Now, Your Holiness was talking about you should know the truth and the truth shall set you free. You having read the entire Bible, I believe repeatedly, you have come across Numbers chapter 19 verse 11 that says that whoever touches a dead body will be unclean for 7 days. And then Judges 14:8, it talks about the way Samson, who had been born a Nazarite with a vow, ate honey from a dead lion, and that one defiled him. Then we have Leviticus 21 verse 1. Priests were forbidden from touching dead bodies. That was the law of Moses that Moses had taught them, and that law has never been changed. In fact, even Jesus did not even change it. Numbers 31:19, remain outside the camp for 7 days to purify yourselves. That is after you have touched a dead body. A dead body, that is what God had said. Even in Matthew 27:59, Jesus was buried in a tomb, not inside a church. You can imagine Jesus being God. He was buried outside the church. He was not buried in the temple in Jerusalem. Then Matthew 27:3, the apostles bought a cemetery with the money that Judas had received after betraying Jesus Christ. Then why did the disciples buy, or rather the apostles buy a cemetery? Why was it important that people should be buried elsewhere? Simply because nobody, no matter how holy, including the high priest and so on, they were never buried in the house of God. It was against the law of God. If you have read these verses, you can confess without fear that separating church from dead bodies is a way of cleansing the church and helping the next generations, including the present one, from saying prayers that do not even have the recognition of the Holy Spirit. You can save them from centuries of defilement between now and when Jesus comes again. This will make way for the flow of the Holy Spirit is in the Catholic Church. Yes, very many Catholics have been allotted the 9 gifts of the Holy Spirit, but we never see them at work because the Holy Spirit has not been present. He has been denied access by the dead bodies, whether it was a pope who died as holy as he was. This is wrong. Now, something else that concerns me is the Holy Communion that is prepared in these churches where there are dead bodies. You have a mausoleum or mausoleums of people who died. Surely all these places are defiled. So when the Holy Communion is baked there, the Holy Communion, even if it is baked elsewhere and brought to this church that have churches that have these places where dead people are buried, it becomes defiled there, simply because the Holy Communion is Jesus himself, and therefore it should not be mixed with dead bodies. Yes, it is distributed to your other churches, and even if churches are not in St. Peter's Basilica, they're in other countries, and they receive the Holy Communion from your headquarters, that Holy Communion goes to those churches as defiled. So kindly save even other Catholics in other countries from this mess, and God will bless you for that. Kindly subscribe to my channel. Thank you.